Good morning, my fellow yoga travelers. Mighty glad to be alive today. I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. It's Tuesday, so time for a little ditty from the Irish part of my musical culture. Oh, then tell me, Sean O'Farrell, tell me why you hurry so. Hush, my boy, and hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon. For the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. For the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon. Oh, then tell me, Sean O'Farrell, where the gathering is to be. By the old spot by the river, quite well known to you and me. 1 word more for signal token, whistle up a marching tune. With your pikes upon your shoulder at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. With your pike upon your shoulder at the rising of the moon. You want to hear the other verses? I'll give you a personal concert. Get in touch with me. I'll be glad to sing that other song. Glorious Pride and Sorrow from the Boys of 98. All right. Journaling. I love the journaling stuff. It's really another way of just elevating the conversation. You don't really have to write it down. Even just talking to yourself, you'll get something from it. It's like your own personal psychotherapy, but bring it up to a friend, invite them into the conversation, or I'd love to hear from anybody. I love to talk about these things. So here it is. What did you need from your mother that you never got? What did you need from your father that you never got? We could always say, and we always do in other times, what's the good, true, and beautiful qualities that you picked up from your family that are alive in you? That's not today's focus. Because if you don't understand the part of you that might be a hungry mouth looking back, but you're an adult now, you're not a kid, you project it into other relationships of what you think you needed to get from mommy and daddy. Probably not a good thing to do as a mature individual. Nonetheless, that's where we are with that one. What did you get or didn't get from mommy and daddy? Let me hear from you, or elevate the conversation with someone else. All right. Now, I'm very big about, clutter, not only physical clutter in your house, but clutter in your mind. When you clear the clutter in your mind through focus, concentration, you get a profound sense of clarity and knowing what to do. And then you find out all of your needs are taken care of as you continue to follow your higher path. I never say it's easy, but it's worth it. My teacher reminds you every day, yoga is about character building. It's an education that unfolds the latent potential, develops the talents and gifts of each individual by drawing out the best qualities within them. Yes, it brings a certain kind of discipline in your life, where you recognize not only your weaknesses, but your strengths, and you become more attuned consciously to the words you speak, the actions that you take, and you get a great working knowledge of your mind and body through direct experience, not through concepts, not through what other people tell you, but personal discovery. Now, we're all here to help out in the world, but the road of social activism is long and the gains are incremental. So I always say you got to have patience if you're going to stay with this to help change things. We got to dig in our heels for the long run. And as our gay community has reminded us, we're here, we're queer, we're not going anywhere. Yeah, so get used to it. We're working for change. We're not going to back off. And we're going to pass the baton on to the next generation because it doesn't happen only in one lifetime. We have to take the seeds that were given to us. We brought them to fruition. Now we're helping other people to plant seeds and give them our life experience so they can move to their moment in history. Now, I'm always talking about mythology, dreams, poems, fairy tales, where you're not supposed to take it literally. It's a metaphor, like when they say the kingdom of heaven is within you. Is that a physical place or is it a psychic state? Imagine a place. When you study these things, it's an education how to harmonize yourself with your own life energies. these stories are always spiritual references to something happened psychologically within you. And you realize by the imagery, it's never perfectly expressed, but it transcends mere secular living. It gives us a toehold in another world, a palpable world, as real as this world. Like I say, spirit is either as real as this world or it doesn't designate anything. It's as real as this world. But to think that you've comprehended it and other people haven't, you think you understand the ultimate fact? That's what I call idolatry. I thought the first commandment is supposed to say, have no graven images before me. And what is the me? Not anything you can conceive of. Right? How many times you hear me say, everybody knows that it is, but what it is, no one can say. That's what it's called Brahman in yoga. Beyond thought. Can't be soiled by the tongue. Yeah. So the only way we can help out in the catastrophe of existence is we have to expose ourselves to things that most people try to avoid. But that's the truth. People can handle cataclysm, death, but not betrayal. So our job is to minister to the truth as we see it and not try to avoid the tough stuff, while at the same time allowing ourselves to celebrate over everything that we appreciate and that we're grateful for. So for my affirmations, masters, always selectively sift your thoughts to find the better feeling thoughts. When it comes to other people, you can't punish anybody back into their connection with spirit. You always have to love and soothe them back into spirit. So take yourself in hand, be earnest about this, and let go of whatever's holding you back. Isn't that basic Buddhism meditation? Doesn't matter what you don't cling to, just don't cling. So whatever it is, it must go. Cost what it may, it must go. Because behind every problem, behind every difficulty, is spirit. In spite of the situation, behind it all, it's nothing but spirit. I hope you find your way. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes listening to me. It's such a fantastic honor. It jazzes me to no extent. I hope that you get something out of it, whether you let me know you're listening or not. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for hanging in there with me. And now we end it.